Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to implement the login functionality to this login screen. I have already shown you how you can design this login screen and other kind of React Native tutorials also I have shown you. So if you haven't watched those videos, I will recommend you to watch those videos first. Okay, and today in this video I am going to implement the login functionalities. Okay, so currently if I am clicking on this login screen, then we can go to another screen where we can see Google Map over there, right? So I have also shown you how you can implement this Google Map in React Native app, so go and watch that video also. Okay, if you haven't watched that video. So currently the login is not doing anything, so we need to implement the authentication part over there. Okay, so for this I'm going to use the async storage API. Okay, so here is the async storage documentation on React Native official doc. So over here we can see that async storage is a simple encrypted asynchronous persistent key value storage system that is global to the app, and it should be used instead of local storage. So we can store the data locally on our mobile devices using async storage. Okay, and here we can see some implementation over there, how we can store the data and how we can fetch the data by using async storage, right? So we are going to implement it on our app. If you are new to my channel and like this kind of tutorial, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more this kind of tutorial. So let's get started. Okay, so currently we are in login.js file, okay, where the code for login screen is available. So currently in this file I'm going to write some codes which will implement the login functionalities. So first of all, I'm going to create a constant called user info, and over there I'm going to store the username and password for the user. Okay, so our user detail is admin for the username and the password is pass12345. Okay, and currently if we go to this text input and this button touchable opacity, then we can see that if we are clicking on this login button, then we are just simply navigating the screen to the detail screen. Okay, and we are not handling any kind of state currently, so first we need to implement state over here. Okay, here I'm going to create a username state and password state. Okay, by default there is no value, and when the user starts typing the details over there on text input, that time we are going to change the state. Okay, so on change text we are going to update the state. Okay, while user typing the data over here, that time we are updating the state, and then the value will be okay. So this is for the username, and the same thing will be for the password also, so I'm going to copy paste it over here, and here it will be password. Okay, and for on change, for on press on this touchable opacity, I'm going to change it to a function. Okay, where we will implement some functionalities for the login authentication. It will be a function called login. Okay, and I'm going to write this right now. Now check over here, if our user info username equal to our state value, so this dot state dot username and user info dot password is equal to also the state value for the password. Okay, if these two match, then we will currently alert over here logged in, else we will alert. Okay, so first currently check this if it is working fine or not. So now admin and password, so username or password is incorrect because our username is admin and the password is pass12345. Okay, so pass12345. Now click on login, but currently it is also showing the username or password is incorrect because currently we can see over here that admin, the A letter for the admin is capitalized, but over here we have small letters, so we need to make it admin. Okay, but if we start typing over here, then the first letter is automatically changing to its uppercase, so we need to look into this issue. So over here we need to add some property called auto capitalize equal to none. Okay, now if we reload the app, now if I start typing over here, now see A is not being capitalized. Okay, so now put right password over there, which is pass12345, then click on login. Now it's showing the logged in message in alert box. Okay, so this checking is working properly. So now I'm going to comment it, and over there if these details are matching, then we are going to redirect it to our detail screen. Okay, so for this I can just simply copy it and paste this code over here. Okay, so now if I again reload this, then I can again type the details and click on login. Now we can see that our login is performed well, but this is not the correct way to implement it, because see we can now go back to our login screen. It is just a part of the login functionality, so let me show you. Now we have logged in, but if I click on the back, then we are going to the login screen. Okay, and also if we close the app and open the app again, then also we are presented with this login screen, not the detail screen, which we should see if we have already logged in to our app, right? So that's where async storage comes in. Okay, so async storage will store the data as global variable throughout the app. Okay, and then we can get the async storage data to check whether the user is logged in or not. Okay, so we need to implement the async storage over here. So first we need to grab the async storage API from React Native. Okay, so async storage, and over here we are going to set an item over here. Okay, which we can call is logged in, and we are going to store the value as 1. Okay, so if the user puts the details correctly over here, then we will set an async storage variable called is logged in as 1. Okay, and then we are going to navigate it to our detail screen. Okay, and this is logged in async storage item will be responsible for the checking purpose. Okay, when we will close the app and then relaunch the app again, that time we will use this is logged in variable to check whether user is logged in or not. Okay, and the navigation for these screens is handled by React navigation, and in the React navigation there is some code which will handle this part also. Okay, so we can have a look on that and implement it over here. So here is the authentication flow. Okay, so set up the navigator like this. Okay, so we need to implement the navigator like this on our app. So currently if we go to the our navigator part, which is located in app.js. Okay, over here on this app.js we are getting the home screen and the detail screen. Home screen is for the login screen, which is we can see, and the detail screen which we will redirect it to if we are logging in correctly to our app. Okay, so currently we need to change something over here. Okay, we need to remove this initial route name. So currently I'm not removing it, I'm just commenting it out. If anything goes wrong then we can revert back to it. So that's the basic thing. Okay, after finishing the project you can remove the comment out part to get clean code. Okay, so currently we have root stack which is present for the home screen and the detail screen, but for the home screen we are going to create another stack called the auth stack. Okay, so const auth stack create stack navigator home equal to home screen. Okay, so that's our auth stack and that is our root stack where the detail screen is present. Okay, now here I am going to create another screen called auth loading screen. Okay, which will be checking for the authentication. Okay, and it will redirect to the respective screen based upon the credentials provided by the user. Okay, and while the app will be relaunched, that time also it will check and decide which screen should the user go. Okay, so here I'm creating a class called auth loading screen. Here in the constructor we will check for the load data function. Okay, and within the load data function we will check that functionality which I have just told you. So first I'm going to render something over here. Over here I'm going to display a loading animation. Okay, so for that it will be activity indicator. Okay, also the status bar. Okay, so activity indicator and the status bar. So first I'm going to implement activity indicator and status bar will be default. Okay, so this is the display which we are going to render on this auth login screen while the app will be processing the functionality to decide on which screen should the user go. Okay, and for the style I'm going to implement a style over here which will be the container. Okay, so currently in this file we don't have any kind of styling, so let me grab some styling. Okay, so from here, from this login screen I'm going to copy this styles part. Okay, and we don't need these stylings, we only require this container, and the background color is also not required, so I have removed it. Okay, So that's our styling. Now we need to implement this load data function. Now within this load data, first we need to check if we have any kind of data stored in the async storage. Okay, so for that we need to get the item and then check it. So we need to grab the async storage from React Native also. Okay, so async storage dot get item. Okay, so the get item will be the item which we have stored over here, which is logged in. Okay, so it will be is logged in. So we need to currently check if this is logged in variable is present or not, and based upon that we will redirect to the respective screens. Okay, but before doing that we need to check for the switch navigator. Okay, so let me show you. The switch navigator part is over here. See, it will switch between the screen. As you can see over here that it is showing auth loading screen, app screen and the auth screen. Okay, so app screen will be the detail screen on our app, auth loading which currently I have created auth loading screen, and the auth is the auth stack which is responsible for the home screen or the login screen. Okay, so we need to implement it on our code, so I am copying it here. We don't need this code, so I'm going to remove it and paste it over here. Okay, so auth loading, for the auth loading screen we have created the auth loading screen here. For the app there is a app stack, but currently over here we don't have app stack, we have root stack. Okay, so on root stack we have the detail screen. Okay, so that will be our app, and the auth for the auth stack, so which is this, and over here we are passing the home screen which is the login screen on our app. Okay, and the initial root name is the auth loading. Okay, so this auth loading screen will be checking for that. Okay, so we can now decide over here that on which screen we need to redirect it. So over here this dot props dot navigation navigate is logged in not equal to 1, then we are going to redirect it to auth, otherwise we are going to redirect it to app. Okay, so this app and this auth. So now let's save it and check it on our app. So I have reloaded it. Okay, can't find the style sheet, so I need to grab the style sheet also over here from the React Native. Okay, okay, create switch navigator also not present. Okay, create switch navigator from React navigation. Okay, now save it, finally check it. Okay, oh, I didn't have any kind of API from React Native. Now let's check if I'm missing anything. Okay, I think it's fine right now. Okay, so we are currently in login screen. Okay, so now type user and password. Now I have clicked on login, so we have redirected to the detail screen. Okay, and see over here we don't have the back button to back to the auth screen. Okay, now if I close the app and again start the app, Now again we can see that we are being redirected to the detail screen, which is the screen we supposed to see after we logged in, right? So now here we have implemented login functionality properly. Now we need to create a logout button also over here to log out from this app. Okay, so on this detail screen I'm going to create a button. So over here we need to grab the button first, and then okay, here I'm going to comment out the map. Okay, and within this I'm going to add the button. Okay, so this is our logout button. Now implement the logout function and the functionality over here. Okay, so it will be logout async await async storage. Also we need to add it over here. So first I need to grab it from React Native async storage. Okay, so async storage clear. So here we are going to clear all the async storage data, and then we are going to redirect to our auth screen. Okay, so this is the code for the navigation. So we are going to back to the auth screen. Okay, so now reload it. Now if I click on logout, then we are logged out from our app. So now if I close the app and then open the app again, we can see that we are redirected to the login screen. Okay, not the detail screen. And if I submit the login details correctly, then we are going to redirect to the detail screen. Okay, so that's the login functionality by using async storage. So I hope you have learned something new and you have understood everything properly. If you learned something new, then like the video and hit the subscribe button, and let me know if you have found any kind of issue, and if you like the tutorial in the comment down below, and I will see you later on next tutorial. So have a great day. Goodbye.